Hey, yo, what is up, my foes? Scissors, it's your boy, Fizzle the Hizzle, aka Ben here, bringing you guys a Week 6 Team Builder against the New York Metapods. And your boy Dan, aka A-Drive, one of my favorite content creators on all of YouTube and Twitch, honestly. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a great dude. He has fantastic streams and quality YouTube content. Go check him out if you haven't already. So yeah, man, I'm going against Dan in week 6 of the AABL. I think it's pretty dope that I get to go against him, and I hope to get a win. We are now 3-2, and Dan is 4-1, so he's looking very good right now, looking to get our 4th win of the season with this matchup. And if you guys didn't know, I'm actually recording this team builder after I played Dan. You don't see that. Or this. Yikes. I'm actually recording this after I played Dan, so I already know how the results went. I'm going to go over the team and give you some unbiased team building, so I don't spoil anything about the match. But anyways, let's get started with looking at Dan's team here. He has a very scary team, I'm going to be honest with you. So some team notes that I wanted to make. His form of hazards are Stealth Rocks, which stack attack a Shuckle and a Crosmon Pharisee to carry. He has one Spike Setter in the form of Pharisee, no Toxic Spikes users. His form of removal on the team is in Defog with Rotom Mow and Mega Pidgeot. He has no Rapid Spinners and he has no Wish or Healing Wish users, but he could use Z Memento on Spiritomb because, as you can see here, Spiritomb is one of his Z move users. And his team is kind of slow, honestly, because his fastest Mon is obviously Mega Pidgeot with a very good 121 speed, 117 speed, and then it goes back down to 95 with Zygarde. Those are the 3 fastest things on the team, so we look to take advantage of that here. Yeah, just looking at my notes here, I started typing this out in a document so that I can feel more professional, or whatever that means. So yeah, you can see, I'm going to go over each member, right? Alright, Mega Pidgeot, very scary Mon. 135 base special attack, which is crazy. 121 speed, very fast Pokemon. Usually see it with Hurricane, Heat Wave, U-Turn, Defog or Roost, something like that. Maybe an HP, Hidden Power. Probably Hidden Power Steel, if anything, to hit my Mega Dynasty. Otherwise, Mega Dynasty just completely walls Mega Pidgeot, honestly, if he does not bring HP Steel. Work Up is also a possibility. It's in form of... it's his few forms of setup potential with Mega Pidgeot. So yeah, Mega Pidgeot is a very scary Mon. Not a lot of things switch into a no-guard Hurricane that hits 100% of the time. Next up, we got Zygarde. Speaking of shiny Zygarde, it's apparently released now, so I look forward to that. A very bulky Mon, 108 HP, 121 defense, 95 special defense. He does have that 4 times ice weakness, excuse me, but you can also slap a Yachi Berry or something on it to mitigate that. Banded Zygarde is definitely scary. A Dragon Dance set, maybe a Sub-Coil set. It gets 1,000 Arrows, which enables it to hit literally everything, like Flying Mons, Levitating Mons. Yeah, stuff like that. 1,000 Arrows is just an amazing move. So yeah, Zygarde is definitely a threat. If it sets up on me, I'm going to have a lot of trouble. Not a lot of things handle like a bulky Zygarde Dragon Dancing in front of your team. I'm going to be honest here. But I feel like my draft definitely is good against Dan's draft. You guys will see what I mean when I talk about my team. Next up, we have Stack Attack, one of his Z users. Very bulky on the defensive end. 61 HP, which is pretty mediocre. 211 defense, which is absolutely mind-blowing. 101 special defense is not too bad either. It's actually pretty good. 131 attack, definitely scary. He has 2 glaring weaknesses to fighting and ground. As you can tell, it's a very good Trick Room user. If it sets up a Trick Room and it gets like a Gyro Ball going with its very abysmal 13 base speed, it's going to be very hard to take down. But as you can see, it's not shiny, so I don't necessarily predict it to come. Z Stone Edge, Z Superpower, stuff like that. It can be very scary. It's also a rocker, as I mentioned before. Next up, we got Snorlax, another scary Trick Room and setup threat. 160 HP, 65 defense, 110 special defense. So you have to hit it very hard on the defensive end, on the physical defensive end, in order to do a lot of damage to this thing. 110 base attack is definitely nothing to be, uh, nothing to look over, right? 110 attack is definitely great. You can see a Cursilax, a Belly Drum, Snorlax if he gets up a trick him with like Stack Attacker or something. Definitely scary. His abilities are Immunity, cannot get poison, Thick Fat reduces fire and ice type moves. Gluttony lets it use Figgy Berries, Payapa Berries, Mango Berries, like the Super Berries, a little earlier, so he can definitely bring that. But I don't, as you can see, he's not shiny, so I don't predict him to bring this. Next up, he has Salazzle, which he's 110% bringing because, you know, I have Jirachi and Buzzle, which are both weak to fire. I have another Steel type in Registeel, so yeah, he's definitely bringing Salazzle. But even with my fire weakness or my weakness to Salazzle in general, I feel like we have enough answers to Salazzle. 117 base speed, 111 special attack, very fast, or a very fast Pokemon. Hits very hard with like Fire Blast, Sludge Wave. If it gets up a nasty plot up, uh, if it gets up a nasty plot up, gets a +2, it's going to be very hard to take down. Life Orb, even Shucka Berry is not even going to help its glaring 4 times ground weakness because 68, 60, 60 is not fantastic defenses. So he's definitely 110% bringing Salazzle here. Rotom Mo here, Rotom Cut, however you want to pronounce it or say. 50 base HP, 107 in both defenses, 105 special attack, 86 base speed. It's a very versatile Pokemon, but I have watched A Drive's battles before because I love supporting you. And by you, I mean Dan. And every time he's brought Rotom Mo, it's been defensive. So in that case, I predict him to bring a defensive Mo for like a defensive Rotom set for like a Jirachi or a Buzzwole or something like that. Even though like Leech Life definitely does a number to it, it can Will-O-Wisp me and stuff like that. Volt Switch, Leaf Storm, stuff like that. It gets Defog. So yeah, leftovers, maybe even a Scarf set, but I really don't anticipate him bringing a Scarf set against my team. Next up, we got Pangoro. 95 base HP, 124 attack, 78 defense, 71 special defense. So it hits very hard. It has mediocre defenses. 95 HP definitely makes up for it. Fighting Dark type, another 4 times weak Mon. To Fairy type, but there's no hidden power Fairy. So that's unfortunate. It gets Iron Fist. Punching base attacks have boosted power. Molded Breaker or Scrappy. You could see this thing with like an Assault Vest, maybe a Life Orb. Choice Banded Pangoro with like Bullet Punch or Mach Punch or whatever it gets. I see it gets Bullet Punch right there. But it gets a lot of coverage. Look at that. Dragon Claw, Drain Punch, Earthquake, Bullet Punch, Fire Punch, Foul Play, Gunk Shot, Hammer Arm. Look at all the coverage. I'm not even going to list all of it. It can definitely be scary. And Assault Vest, Assault Vest Pangoro could definitely come, but I don't think it's going to be living a Moonblast anyway. So yeah. Next up, he has Shuckle. Very hard hitting Mon, actually. 10 base attack and 10 base special attack. Very hard hitting. No, seriously. 20 base HP is terrible, but 230 defense and special defenses. Oh boy. It's very fun to play against, to say the least. It gets Sturdy, Gluttony, Contrary, as you can see there. So Shell Smash actually boosts its defense if it has Contrary and lowers its attack by 2 stages. So it can be very bulky. It's a very good Stealth Rocks. I believe it gets Stealth Rocks. It definitely does. Excuse me. Stealth Rocks and Spiderweb, Sticky Web Setter. Yeah, it's going to be Toxic Stealth Rock, Sticky Web if it does come, but I don't anticipate it coming because I do have a Mega Diancie and some very good defog users on my team. So yeah. Next up we have the terrifying Azumarill here, one of his Z move users. Z Belly Drum is nothing to laugh about. Normalium Z Belly Drum definitely hurts a lot. Pairing with this huge power, it doubles its base attack. 50 base attack may not seem like anything, but huge power definitely helps out. 100 base HP and 80 defenses. It can be pretty tanky, I'm not going to lie. Banded Azumarill with like Aqua Jet, Play Rough, Knockoff, Superpower, stuff like that can be absolutely terrifying. So yeah, Azumarill is definitely coming because I have a Thundurus, I have Mega Diancie. So yeah, Azumarill can be definitely a big problem. I cannot allow it to get up a Belly Drum, so that's the key here. Next up we have Necrozma here, 97 base HP, 107 attack, 101 defense, 127 special attack, 89 special defense, and 79 speed. Very versatile mon. It gets Stealth Rocks. It can set up with Calm Mind and Moonlight. It can be very defensive. With its Prism Armor ability, it reduces damage from super effective attacks. It gets so much coverage. Look at everything. Autotom. Just look at the list. It's incredible the amount of coverage this thing gets. It's insane. It gets Stealth Rocks, as I said. Photon Geyser is a new move. It's a very hard-hitting psychic type move. It can be like very utility based, like Trick Room, Thunder Waves, Stealth Rock, stuff like that. Moonlight can definitely be a thing. Weakness Policy Necrozma with like setup can definitely be scary, but as you can see, it's not shiny, so I don't predict it to be coming. Next up, we got Spiritomb here, 50 HP, 108 in both defenses, 92 in both attacks. It can be very bulky. It only has one weakness to fighting to fairy types. It can definitely run Z Memento actually because it is one of the Z move users, as you can see on your screen. Leftovers can be definitely scary, but again, you could run that Dark EMZ with Memento. It gets Will-O-Wisp like Calm Mind, Destiny Bond, Foul Play, even like Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, stuff like that. So it can definitely be a tech set, but I don't really see the value on Spiritomb coming other than like, actually I do see the value on Spiritomb coming. It definitely shuts down Jirachi and Buzzwole, so it can definitely bring actually. And next up we have Ferroseed. The pre-evolved form of Ferrothorn, the bulky monster as we all know and love. 44 HP, 91 defense, 86 special defense. Now that may not seem like much, but with an Eviolite it boosts its defense to very good levels, and it's Spikes, it's a Stealth Rocks user. Leech Seed can definitely be a thing. Gyro Ball one-shots my Mega Diancie. So yeah, this thing is really annoying. Nothing much to say. But you always have to prepare for this thing. It gets Iron Barbs, as you can see. Always have to prepare for this thing. So you can see my team builder, what I do against Ferroseed, because I do predict it to come. Because of how great of a matchup it has against my Mega Diancie. So yeah, that's the 6 I'm predicting to bring. I'm predicting him to bring. I cannot speak English. School is almost over, so I'm gonna look forward to that. Mega Pidgeot, Zygarde, Salazzle, Rotom, Mo, Azumarill, and Ferroseed. Spiritomb definitely has viability. Actually, I could definitely see it coming. So yeah, let's look right into our team real quick. First up, we have Buzzwole here. My man Joe. Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Earthquake, and Roost. This thing absolutely is my defensive check to Zygarde, Stack Attack, Snorlax, Pangoro, and even Shuckle. Can you believe it? The offensive monster that Shuckle is. Buzzwole can definitely take those hits. But seriously, it can definitely eat like a Stack Attack or a Zygarde hit. It just eats those hits. But we do have to be very, very wary of like HP flying on Zygarde. A very tech set that may or may not come. Because it does have like 91 special attack, if I do recall correctly. Drain Punch is definitely there for like general good stab damage, and so things don't like set up a substitute on me. And a lot of things are weak to, or it's to hit things weak to Drain Punch. So, and it gives me recovery too, right? Ice Punch is for the Zygarde, obviously, in case it does come. Mega Pidgeot and Rotom Mo, but I don't anticipate like staying it against like a Mega Pidgeot or Rotom Mo. Mega Pidgeot obliterates me with a Hurricane. Rotom Mo is going to burn me anyways. And Earthquake because of Salazzle. It's a monster. And Akaberry is for the Salazzle, actually. In case he wants to go for like a Fire Blast, I can definitely one-shot it with Earthquake. And Roost is there for longevity because I didn't really need any other moves in my mind. So Dan has run a Shuckaberry every single time on a Stack Attacka so far. So we can just Drain Punch it instead of Earthquaking, but I don't know if he goes for the Chople Berry this time. He may. But we do have both options to hit the Stack Attacka, just in case. The defensive investment is there, 248 HP and 64. It's to make sure we do not get 2-hit KO'd by a Banded Outrage from Zygarde. 12 is there, just in case something wants to speed creep me. I do not want that. The rest is in attack, and I'm an adamant-natured Buzzwole. Next up on our list, we have Alphonse the Registeel. I'm remembering to edit my layout, actually. Hopefully, maybe. Yeah. This is my check to Mega Pidgeot. Heat Wave actually has a chance to 3-hit KO Registeel from Mega Pidgeot. And this thing handles like Rotom Mo and Necrozma well. In case he wants to set up on me, like a physical Necrozma does pretty well against it because I'm obviously fully special defensive, almost fully special defensive. So Toxic is definitely there to handle those physical threats, or setup threats that I mean. Um, Zap Cannon is there for Mega Pidgeot. Yes, you think I'm crazy, right? But if Alphonse pulls a Zap Cannon kill off of against Mega Pidgeot, I'm gonna be the happiest man on earth, and I'm gonna have to figure out a title for Alphonse, honestly. Um, but that's just in case because Zap Cannon is obviously a terrible move usually with 200. You can't even see it anymore. Oh boy. Zap Cannon, 120 base power move, 100% chance to paralyze a target, 50% accuracy though, it sucks. But no guard on Mega Pidgeot lets me hit it every single time. Zap Cannon does not kill, but it does a tremendous amount, especially with like Stealth Rocks, racking up damage. Flash Cannon is there just for general like good stab damage because of my phenomenal 75 special attack. Might as well have Flash Cannon on there. Stealth Rock is there to whittle things down. Yeah, man. So next up we have Rihanna here. Diamond Storm, Moonblast, Earth Power, and Hidden Power Fire. Almost max speed, max special attack, modest nature. The reason why I EV'd it like this is because this outspeeds everything except for Mega Pidgeot and Salazzle. Even if modest, it outspeeds everything. Unless he's like a Scarf Zygarde, which I really don't anticipate him bringing. If he brings Zygarde at all, actually. Once again, I feel like Mega Dynasty does not have a lot of good switch-ins from my opponent's side. So it's gonna be pretty lit, not gonna lie. Diamond Storm and Moonblast hits a lot of things for very good stab damage on his team. Earth Power is there for Salazzle and Stakataka. HP Fire is there for the Ferroseed. I know I get destroyed by Gyro Ball anyways, but not having coverage for the Ferroseed could be the end of me. And I don't have a lot of things to hit Ferroseed very well outside of like Joe and a member coming up in the Teambuilder. So yeah, this thing really puts in a lot of work here. This will probably be my lead if he has Shuckle, but I'm not leading this thing if he has Ferroseed because he really likes to lead Ferroseed to get his rocks up and spikes and stuff. Like if Mega Pidgeot, like just mentioning here, Mega Pidgeot has HP Steel, that means he can't really touch my Raijin here, but Hurricane and Heat Wave definitely does a lot of damage to Raijin, and you see what kind of set I'm going to bring on the Raijin, so that's going to be good news for us. So yeah, Mega Dynasty looks really good in this matchup. Next up, our season debuter, however you want to pronounce that word, Vileplume here, Mandrake. Strength Sap, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Hidden Power, Ice. Max HP and max defense. Relaxed nature. And 4 special defense EVs. Strength Sap is a broken move. So if you didn't know what it does, it's a Gen 7 move. It heals my HP equal to the target's attack stat. So I bet you can imagine what a certain huge power bunny could do to this thing. And it lowers attack stage by 1. So Strength Sap will give me all the way back to full. It's honestly unbelievable. Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain is definitely there because might as well take advantage of that pretty good 110 special attack, right? Let me scroll down to my notes. Oh boy, let's not do that, computer. So this thing eats hits from like Azumarill, Stakataka, Snorlax, Zygarde, Pangoro, even Shuckle. Can you believe it? Shuckle can barely do any damage to this thing. The huge offensive threat of Shuckle, man. It's on. Yeah, you always have to bring something for Shuckle. It's such an offensive monster. But yeah, I take absolutely no damage from any of those mons that I mentioned. Sludge Bomb and Giga Drain is good for stab damage and recovery, like I said. HP Isis for Zygarde, the thing that I'm trying to stop here, along with the Azumarill. This is complete min speed to take better hits from Gyro Ball Stakataka in case he wants to set up like a Trick Room in my face or something. I can definitely take a +6 attack from Azumarill, like a Play Rough or a Waterfall or an Aqua Jet or stuff like that. But Knockoff definitely kills if he does bring Knockoff, which he definitely will, or Superpower or something. I don't even know. But yeah, Vileplume looks really good. Black Sludge is there for more recovery. Effect Spore is better than Chlorophyll. So yeah, I could poison it, paralyze it, or put it to sleep. Next up, we have our Thundurus here. Raijin making its debut. Can you show yourself on the layout? Thank you so much, Raijin. I appreciate you. The MVP of our team so far. Raijin a very similar set to last week. Z Focus Blast with the Fightinium Z, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, Defog. Focus Blast is there to completely like. Let me read my notes here. This thing, yeah, Z Focus Blast is there for round 2. 2 weeks in a row. It hits Stack Attack very hard, obviously, because it bops. Snorlax, Pangoro, Ferroseed, it hits very hard. Ferroseed does not die, but it puts it really low. This will probably be my lead, actually, if he does have this Ferroseed, because as you can see, I have Defog for that, because I hate having no removal for the Ferroseed other than Rihanna, like Magic Bounce, because it gets destroyed by like Gyro Ball. So it's always good to have Defog. I opted Defog for like momentum, like Volt Switch or U-Turn, probably Volt Switch more, because Defog, I really need it. So yeah, excuse me. This neutrally outspeeds everything on his team except for the Mega Pidgeot and the Salazzle, of course. Like I said, if he carries like HP Steel on Mega Pidgeot for Mega Diancie, then he can't really hurt like Thundurus too badly, except it does take damage from like a Heat Wave or a Hurricane. Definitely does a lot. HP Ice is there for Zygarde. Thunderbolt is there for general stab damage. It hits very hard. Yeah, and Ferroseed cannot touch us. And his only real switch into like a Thunderbolt or something is like a Snorlax or defensive Necrozma. Z Focus Blast does do very solid damage against Snorlax, but it doesn't do a lot at all. And last but not least, we have Juvia here returning for her, even though it doesn't have a gender because it's a legendary. She's coming back with Scald, Ice Beam, Toxic, and Roar. Let me check my notes here. Suicune is the ultimate setup denier here. Especially defensive for the inevitable Suicune, Salazzle that will come to handle my Jirachi, Alphonse, and what's its face, Joe. So I originally had Jirachi on here, but I was like, wait, why are like 4 or 5 of my Mons like destroyed by Salazzle? So I opted for Juvia this week to handle that Salazzle that will 110% come. So yeah, I really take a lot of hits from Salazzle. It can actually handle Mega Pidgeot pretty well also, but as you can see, you know what Suicune does. Scald is there for general pretty good damage and to burn things. Ice Beam is to hit Zygarde and Pidgeot even harder. Toxic is for like setup Necrozma or something. But we also have Roar if I like predict a Belly Drum, Azumarill for a Belly Drum, Azumarill, or Snorlax, which can be very clutch if I predict that properly. And if Zygarde, if it starts setting up, if he has like a Yachi Berry, or if I don't want to Ice Beam. I don't even know what sentence I said. This under 10% outspeeds max speed Azumarill in case he wants to speed creep. So Scald, Roar, Toxic's definitely there. This is my automatic switch to Salazzle every single time. So yeah, I'm battling. That concludes our Week 6 Team Builder against the AABL. Oh my goodness. Against Dan A Drive and the New York Metapods. I look forward to a good match, Dan. If you don't know who he is, like I said in the beginning of the video, go check out his content. Great guy, great Twitch streamer and YouTube creator. He's a really cool dude. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It means a whole world to me. And like always, have a swell day. Peace.